the PAL person there, the police, that we were going to change. Did we ever do that?
Yes, you.
What did we do?
Let me.
Was there any admission of wrongdoing for this?
In the budget, we were trying to remove that police officer from the PAL. The ultimate decision was we removed the individual. There's a new executive director at the PAL, but the city continues to provide a police officer. But what happens now is that
what is the salary? Because it was a very high salary.
Yeah, it's a police officer. I can't tell you off the top of my head what the salary is now.
And Madam Mayor, for the record, the person that they put in there is a wonderful guy. But my concern is, just like Greg Francis, 6 months after he testified, he's out of work because there are people in this.
Was he a policeman?
No, Greg Francis was the CFO.
He was not a city employee, right?
Okay, and
right.
There are people in this community that seem to feel they run this community, who are aligned with the PAL. Where the little guy,
Bubba.
And I'm not so little, and I've been around the block a few times here, but the little guy sure
you
gets
have
the
had
hell
no, listen, let me tell you, you have not been able to do anything about it. I remember a while back, I took on the PAL, and guess what? I couldn't do anything about it. And so,
But now you are the mayor.
Yeah.
Wait, you have an administration.
Let her finish for a second. I want to hear what he has to say. I do, and I think.
I believe I couldn't do anything about it. There is.
What was going on?
There is what he's saying. I feel there is a problem in the PAL, but I feel that it's bigger than me, and I cannot. Everybody, what he's saying is true. Everybody covers each other. And the police comes, and when we were doing our review, everybody backed out. They got, kind of intimidated. They didn't want to do anything. And so I have a problem, and I agree with Bubba that we should look at it. I thought we took away everything, but only gave them 50. Why are we paying? I thought we were going not to pay.
I thought the same thing.
I thought we were not going to pay for the police officer. We were going to give them the $50,000 like everybody else gets from us, from any organization, and they could hire, and we would wash our hands out of the problem. And what happened? We're not doing that.
And you didn't let me finish. The police officers and everybody else were concerned about removing the officer from the PAL. It no longer will have police officers involvement. What we did instead was that the dollars that were provided to the PAL, in addition to a police officer, were eliminated, and those dollars are being used to fund the police officer.
So
I don't believe it covers the 100% of cost. We used to give them a police officer, and I believe it was like $90,000 or something like that. And we're now saying we're not giving you any money. We'll give you the police officer. The money we used to give you pays for the police officer. And so at least we reduced our costs, but there's still an officer in the PAL. A new officer, different than the person that was alleged.
And for the record, the officer there is a wonderful guy, and is a terrific person, and someone who I think wants to work with kids. My concern is right here on your internal affairs report.
Okay, so
the cover-up
wait, I understand the cover-up.
That the federal authorities, that you as a commission should go to the U.S. attorney because the Miami Beach Police Department cannot investigate itself with a report like this. If you look at this report, you will say something stinks here. Something is wrong here. And if you as a commission, I have the courage, and I have to tell you, almost 2 years ago, Greg Francis calls me up and says, you have to come over to Mango, and I can hear in his voice. And he says, Bubba, you have to stop. I just got a call from someone who said, if you don't back off, they're going to find you floating in Biscayne Bay. Well, I don't back off. As my Cubano friend said, who I grew up with at South Beach Elementary and Ida Fisher Junior High School, Bubba Cohen, you have a lot of you have a lot of testicular fortitude. Okay.
Okay.
And I will not back off. Okay, because it's right from wrong.